You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833. Wait a minute. Heard that? 212-1017 is the number. Just plug it in my headphones because I always have to adjust my computer because no matter when I send it over there, no matter what I do, it's always off. And it makes my head look extremely big, which it's already extremely big anyway. So, had a weird conversation today. Had a bizarre conversation today. I was sitting in a place doing what I do every morning. And I made an observation because I'm not normally at this place at this particular time during the day. And I looked around, and the entire place is full of white women. Now, I've been in places that were full of white women. No big deal. The bizarre thing about it is the place was full of skinny white women. And I know people are, I've seen the articles about how, it's discrimination that nobody talks about. Weight discrimination, weight bias. Yeah, whatever. Every single woman, I was thinking to myself, do they have jobs? Do they work? Do they have families? Like, what are they doing? I was perplexed. And I looked around and I realized I was in Whitefish Bay. And so there was a white female who I see all the time. And I turned around and I asked, can I ask you a question? And they said, yes. I said, I don't mean to be presumptuous, which is why I'm asking. I don't mean to be weird or even perceived to be racist. But, and you know what you're saying when you say but, right? You're negating everything you said before that. Why are there so many white women in here? And why are there so many skinny women in here? And nobody has on any clothes. They got workout clothes. Those stretch pants, all of them wear them yoga pants that they wear dresses over, skirts over, go to work in them, all that, right? Which I find a little much. That you're wearing yoga pants to work and you work in a corporate environment. That's another issue. I got nothing to do with that. But the weird part, and yes, I've seen men in them too. So literally every single person in the place was a white female in yoga pants, sitting around, run off at the mouth, talking, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. So I asked her, I said, what's the deal with this? And she said, oh, this is normal. I said, what is it in white culture that makes white women believe they have to be so thin? And she said, well, it's to keep their husband. And I went, what? She said, well, she said, this is a white female who told me this, and she's in her 60s, late 50s, early 60s. She said, white men like thin women. So you will find us working out every day, running every day, eating like birds so that they can be thin. I said, what happened to you just being a human being and a person loving you for life? Like, whatever happened? She said, that's just, and this is what threw me. She said, this is our culture. And I said, wow. Are you saying? Now, granted, I was in the North Shore, so I get it. But the fact that all of them were the same, she said, well, that's what you do. You move into a neighborhood and you look around and you see all the accoutrements everybody else has. So you get it. I said, the expensive, like baby buggy. She was like, yeah. when the majority of people can't afford the baby buggy, but they get it anyway? She's like, yeah. She said, tightly budgeted. Every nickel, every dime counts. There's no extra frill, anything. And she stays at home and he goes to work and that's it. Now, I get the whole tax ramification of that, but I said, where'd that come from? And she said, well, I've always worked my whole life. Me and my husband always said we both wanted to work because, and she said, I work in higher education. I said, oh, okay. I said, but did you work full-time your whole life? She said, no. She said, I just started working after my husband retired. I said, oh, okay. I said, so what is all this? She said, this is just normal life. This is our culture. I said, yeah, but I'm looking around and I'm hearing conversations and I'm watching people interact with people. And these aren't, what's the word I'm looking for? These aren't non-intelligent, non-educated people. And she goes, oh yeah, of course. So then I come here to the station and I say, and I say, hey, I was at this place and I started talking to a couple of people here at GKB. And one of them says, oh my gosh, you don't know what that is? Yeah. She said, those women, oh yeah, they have Mrs. degrees. I said, what? She said, oh yeah. I said, does that stand for anything? And she said, no. I said, well, then what is it? And she said, it's when you go to college to find your husband to go stay at home. And I said, so what you're telling me, it is literally a Mrs. degree. And then I thought, oh, I get it. Mistress degree.
Is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we count on the support of community partners. One of those local partners is Associated Bank. Together, we are committed to uplifting local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee home and promise to be a positive reflection on the community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture